The Ashokan inscriptions found in Karnataka are a cornerstone of ancient Indian history, providing tangible evidence of the southern reach of the Mauryan Empire and shedding light on the personal and administrative philosophy of Emperor Ashoka. Here is a full explanation of these significant finds. General characteristics of the inscriptions. Language and script. The inscriptions are primarily in the Prakrit language, using the Brahmi script. This was the standard for most of Ashoka's edicts across the subcontinent. Purpose. The edicts were not just royal proclamations. They were a means for Ashoka to communicate his concept of Dhamma, Dharma, directly to his subjects. Dhamma was a code of moral and social conduct, emphasizing non-violence, religious tolerance, respect for elders and compassion. Decipherment. The inscriptions were first deciphered by James Prinsep in the 19th century, a breakthrough that opened up a new chapter in understanding ancient Indian history. Types. The inscriptions are generally classified as minor rock edicts. These are among the earliest of Ashoka's edicts, often personal in tone, describing his conversion to Buddhism and his efforts to spread Dhamma. Major rock edicts. These are a set of 14 edicts, each with a specific message, covering various aspects of Ashoka's administration and his moral code. Key sites in Karnataka. Karnataka is home to several important Ashokan inscription sites, each with its own unique significance. 1. Maski, Raichur district. Significance. This is arguably the most famous Ashokan inscription in Karnataka and one of the most important in all of India. It was the first edict to conclusively establish the identity of the ruler. The Devanmapriya mystery. For a long time, historians found edicts referring to a king named Devanmapriya, beloved of the gods, and Priyadarshi, he who looks with kindness. The Maski edict was the first to explicitly state Devanampriya Ashoka, thereby confirming that these titles belonged to Emperor Ashoka. This discovery was a monumental moment in Indian archaeology and helped in attributing many other previously found edicts to the Mauryan emperor. 2. Brahmagiri, Siddhapura and Jatingarameshwara, Chitradurga district. Significance. These three sites located in close proximity form a cluster of minor rock edicts. They are crucial for establishing the southern boundary of the Mauryan Empire. The name Isila. The inscriptions here refer to the region as Isila, which was a provincial capital of the Mauryan Empire. This confirms the administrative and political control of Ashoka over this area. Content. The edicts found here convey a similar message, addressing the local officials, Mahamatras, and instructing them to propagate the principles of Dhamma. They also contain personal reflections from Ashoka about his commitment to the Buddhist faith and his efforts to practice and spread it. 3. Koppal district. Significance. The inscriptions at Gavimath and Palkigundu are also minor rock edicts and are part of the same group as those in Chitradurga. They provide further evidence of the emperor's reach into the heartland of what is now Karnataka. 4. Nittur and Udegolam, Ballari district. Significance. Similar to the Maski edict, the inscriptions at Nittur and Udegolam are notable for also explicitly mentioning Ashoka by his personal name, Ashoka. This reinforces the crucial connection between the royal titles and the emperor's actual name. 5. Sannati, Kalaburagi district. Significance. Sannati is an extraordinary archaeological site. It is not just an inscription site, but the location of a ruined Buddhist Mahastupa, Adholoka Mahachaitya. The inscribed portrait, a remarkable discovery at Sannati's Kanaganahalli Stupa, was a sculpted slab with a rare inscribed portrait of Emperor Ashoka himself. The inscription on the slab reads Raya Asoko, King Ashoka, making it the only known surviving inscribed portrait of the emperor. The major edicts. The site also yielded fragments of some of the major rock edicts, including Edict 12 and 14, as well as separate Kalinga edicts. This discovery is highly significant because it shows that Sannati was a major urban and religious center during the Mauryan period with a large Buddhist presence. The presence of fragments of the Kalinga edicts is also notable, as these were special edicts Ashoka issued after his war in Kalinga, a conflict that deeply affected him and led to his conversion. The broader importance of Ashoka's inscriptions in Karnataka. The inscriptions in Karnataka are invaluable for several reasons. Geographical extent. They definitively prove the southernmost limits of the Mauryan Empire, which at its peak controlled a vast territory. Religious and cultural history. They are a primary source for understanding the spread of Buddhism in ancient India and the moral and ethical framework of Dhamma that Ashoka sought to instill. Historical confirmation. The discovery of Ashoka's personal name in these edicts helped resolve a major historical puzzle and provided irrefutable evidence for the identification of Devanampriya with the Mauryan emperor. Archaeological insights. The sites, particularly Sannati, have provided a wealth of archaeological information beyond the inscriptions, including stupa remains, sculptures, and artifacts, which illuminate the life and culture of the early historical period.
Please subscribe to Atharva Global Academy YouTube channel. Share and comment.